Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the next episode of G&A Podcast. I am that wolf that you thought was your friend, but wasn't, and you killed me anyways, like you probably should have. Drooby Doo.
And I am the Hestia family's #1 infiltrator lowly, Sobroni.
And today we are back with a full lineup.
I feel like this is our first time we have a full lineup, actually.
Yeah, doing 8 shows. Wow, crazy. So, without any further ado, let's just hop right into it and start with Inen no Shouboutai, aka Fire Force, episode...
Well, before that...
Oh,
fuck it, let's start with Fire Force.
No, wait. What?
Vinland Saga.
Oh, Vinland Saga. Really?
Yeah.
That's first? Okay. Vinland Saga, Vinland Saga, episode 5. I'm also okay with talking about that, because I just saw it.
Perfect. So, this was a lot different than I was expecting, which is something I really enjoyed about it.
Yeah, it was on one hand, I really was hoping for that time skip. I was really, really hoping for that time skip. I really want that motherfudging time skip. Haha. Sorry, I'm on animechart.net and I had it categorized the wrong way. That's why I was confused.
I figured, I'm like, are you organizing it by?
Yeah. My bad. Anyways. Yeah, no, it was still done. I just really wanted the time skip.
I wouldn't have minded the time skip, but I think this was good.
This was good. I cannot deny that. Just a lot of like I said, the whole wolf scene.
The wolf scene was awesome.
That was because I feel like most people would think it's gonna be all Disney like oh, it's my friend and blah blah blah, and then nope, this was like I
was totally expecting this is his spirit animal thing, and it was gonna lead him to another pack of wolves where he's gonna find himself or something. He's sing a Disney song along the way. Nope.
Instead he just...
It looked friendly at first. It was just chilling. It was like, hey, what's up?
Yeah, but he leans a little too close. And I was like, oh,
that's some nice food you got there.
Me and Thorspin was like, we were like this. You're like, nope, she's got to go.
It was awesome. Probably some symbolism there in terms of it being like a lone wolf and it didn't have a pack or anything. So I'm like, oh, that's pretty symbolic. But my favorite part of the episode was just the fact that I actually went from kind of disliking Thorfinn to
kind of.
I'm still on the fence. Let's say I was on the fence.
Listen to their last podcast. You were bashing pretty hard.
To liking him because I think this was well done, development. Like that one scene where he's in his in the dude's bedside where he has the giant broadsword and he's just gonna swing it down and try to kill him, but he stops himself. I think that was a really well done character development scene, and I'm so glad they didn't just adopt him you're one of us now and we'll teach you how to fight.
I was wondering how does that eventually happen, but I feel like they're going to properly show us how. It's not going to just be well, I feel bad that I killed your dad, so join my crew.
Yeah, he just doesn't. He's he clearly it feels so realistic because he clearly has some kind of remorse about it. He killing that guy, or Thorfinn's dad, I forgot his name already. Thor's. Killing Thor's clearly affected him, where he's just, not in the right frame of mind, but he's not going out of the way to be alright, I'm gonna raise your son and be a good guy now. No, he's still a bad guy.
Yeah, he's not alright. I think he's literally just not killing him because I feel bad for killing, your dad, so I don't want to kill you either, but that's as far as I'm gonna go.
He has some weird, moral code.
Yes, and you can see that, obviously, while he has that whole thing with that, he had no problem raiding, burning, and killing a whole village.
Yeah, his whole crew is just, literally raping and pillaging a village, and then the next day, oh, hey, what's up? Just normal, nothing happened.
Exactly, they're, having a friend conversation while burying the bodies,
Or, just giving Thorfinn food and stuff. Here, take these scraps. Oh, this is very ambiguous.
And yeah. I feel like he was serious when he said it.
Yeah, they were genuine. They were we're trying to be nice and give you these scraps, kid. it just shows like this weird kind of like normalcy of that time period where it's just like, yeah, we rape and pillage, but that's okay. It's part of what we do.
Yeah,
doesn't stop us from having a song in our heart and, and being friendly.
Yeah. I also love the scene where Yova and Olga just have to like hear the news, and then Yova just like, I'm going to not deal with this and keep working, keep myself busy, which is a common coping mechanism you see when people lose loved ones.
Yeah, that was really well done. I love her too. She's like, I hope she gets more screen time. Cause she's
Me
really
too.
good.
I'm scared that she won't because she's not the orphan.
I'm kind of hoping that when Leif Erikson goes out to look for Thorfinn, she comes with him or something. And she's like, I want to help find my brother too.
Oh, that'd be great, but I feel like it's not gonna happen because the mom's all sick all of a sudden.
That's true. she has widower disease, where she's like, oh, my husband's dead, I can't. Now it's time for me to die.
Yeah, right? I'm just like, okay.
Very common in anime.
It is. It's really stupid. In this case, I'm just like, alright, but if you're going to die, can you just die? I mean, you just pick up the pace a little bit so she can join Leif Erikson.
So she... Don't hold your daughter back, please.
Yeah, please don't.
But, yeah, no, I like that they showed Thorfinn's growth and him actually learning to fight. And he's gonna, like, I guess, go it on his own and be one with the wild.
Yeah, for a while. We don't know what's going to... I literally don't know what's going to happen.
I definitely predict we'll get a time skip next episode. If not next episode, then the episode after. Because this leaves off on a perfect spot for a time skip.
Yeah, and this anime seems like they know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm. I'm happy.
Yes.
I'm so happy we picked this up. Very well.
Time skip or bust.
Yes. There's no... Watch the time skip be the end of... After 24 episodes, that's where the season ends on a time skip. Season 2. Coming in 2022.
5 out of 10.
Yeah. Alright. Now let us move on to another show that had some action in it today. Danmachi Season 2 Episode 4.
So, today was the beginning and end of the Game War.
And this is my episode of the week, by the way.
I knew it was going to be episode of the week, but... It's not that I didn't dislike this. It's just, I think this... It's just like one episode, really?
It was one good episode, though. Like, would you rather have
it was
had
one action-packed episode.
Yeah, would you rather have one action-packed, like, oh my god, all this shit's going on episode? Or would you rather have them to stretch it across 2 or 3 episodes where it have been more slow-paced?
Well, first of all, the action was... I wouldn't say the action was, like, anything incredible. It's not... This is not some... Because
okay, well, this literally isn't Fire Force.
Yeah, to compare to what I'm talking about next, the fighting was extremely, like, generic. What? Swords, fire. I use a magic.
It's a fantasy show. What do you want? They have magic attacks and magic swords and all that stuff.
I'm just saying when... I don't know. It was okay to watch. It's not like I wasn't bored. I'll put it that way. I wasn't bored at any point during it. Like, I wasn't saying, like, I hate this episode. This episode sucks. The fact that it ended so quickly leaves me unsatisfied.
I mean,
it just felt very,
I kind of like...
a lot of hype.
I was thinking the same thing where I was just like, okay, so this was really quick. It was like one episode. But when you put it into perspective, I'm fine with it now because I've thought about it. I'm like, the fight happened quick. It was like a quick blitz strategy where they just ran in, did their little tricks, and basically rushed the general and beat him down. If they stretched this over 2 episodes or 3 episodes, it would have been like, do we need a monologue of Hestia or something for 10 minutes?
I don't think we needed a monologue of anything. I was just like, you could have stretched it to at least 2 episodes. At least 2. It literally makes it feel like...
I don't know. I'd rather have one... tight episode than 2 just kind of
like for Bell to go all that training to the point where he literally 1 scene 2 episodes ago he literally got fisted by this dude, and this scene, like,
I mean, he still got fisted by this dude.
Yeah,
he just got lucky.
Oh no, more like the other guy got lucky. Like the guy was like, sword fight. He breaks the sword. He literally almost won, and then Vision Girl came in and interrupted. Like that literally was the only reason. Without Vision Girl, Bell would have literally fucked him up.
Because he got better. He wasn't expecting it, and also Vision Girl for some reason. That's my only gripe with this episode. Is like, all right, you have this girl on this team.
Oh, exactly. Oh, thank you. I literally was about to go there. Literally, you have someone whose literally purpose is like, hey, I
see the future.
I literally give premonitions. Like, you literally acknowledge this, that, well, she's sometimes like bad visions that predict the future, and you ignored them every time.
Her visions are so specific too. Like literally in the beginning, where the guy comes in, he's like, "Oh, we let the Trojan horse into the building, guys." Like, shut up with your stupid prophetic visions about Trojan horses. Is crazy.
We're gonna lose. We're not gonna lose. A Trojan horse. Maybe we should run from where we're standing.
Stop it with your crazy nonsense talk about the future. Future woman.
As they get blown up from the inside.
I did love that twist though, because even though she was like, "Oh, there's a Trojan horse here," I still got caught off guard by the whole
whole
thing.
That was actually good. That was a good twist. I like that.
Mm-hmm. That was
really in disguise.
And Lily wasn't useless. There you go.
Was not useless.
See, that's the other thing. I like. Not everyone. This is like the anti-Naruto. Not everyone was fucking useless except the main character. Like, everyone else arguably was more useful than the main character in their respective roles.
Yeah, I don't know. It just, for me, it was just like, it's literally, this show is the equivalent of like a 1 Minute Man.
I think it depends. Like, this show is really more about the characters and the world than it is about, like, you're not going to get Unlimited Blade Works, action scenes.
But notice how it's called an action adventure. Like,
it's still an action adventure. It's I think it's not fair to compare it to something like Fire Force which is clearly more action. But that's more of a straight up shonen action show. This is more of just a fantasy adventure. The selling point of this show is not, look at this fluid animation and action.
It's not fluid. I don't need it to be fluid. I just need it to be not so generic-y, or at the very least
you're so nitpicky about this show. I don't know.
I enjoyed the episode for what it was. It just left me unsatisfied that it just didn't go on for, like, I'm not even talking about, like, we needed godlike Fire Force fight scenes. I just needed, like, I just needed to see, like, an extension of all this stuff happening. It literally just felt too quick to me. That's all.
I liked it. I liked it.
Like, you could have showed the Mikoto after her spell runs off. She fucks up some few guards with some crazy spinning, like, kicking shit. Could have shown the elf fight more. You could have shown the conclusion of the fight. They literally, that dude, the blacksmith. They didn't even show the conclusion of that fight. They could have just showed them fighting.
Like, I see what you're saying. Like, yes, they could have done all that, but are you really going to hold against them that they didn't? Like, the episode is still good. Just because they didn't show something else doesn't... You know what I mean? Like, there's a difference between criticizing something that they did wrong and criticizing for something they didn't do that you wanted them to do. Like, it didn't throw off the pacing, or, like, these were just superfluous, unnecessary details you didn't need to see. Which I'm fine with them. Not, like, it would have been cool if they were there, but at the same time, it's not like this episode needed this fight of these two side characters for it to make sense or be good.
I don't know. I wasn't, like I said, it'll just leave me unsatisfied. It just leaves me unsatisfied. I can say it's good, but can I say it was great? No, I won't. I'm sorry, I can't.
I think it was a great arc. Like, this was a very good arc in terms of how it was built up, and I'm satisfied with that final part. I think you're looking for a little bit more.
It was like I sat through 3 episodes of, like, some pretty decent foreplay, and then once we got to the sex, it was just like, boom. Oh, he literally put it in me and came. Well, Okay.
I think that you see that. I think you're like, that's my problem. Like, it's not, all right, if you're looking for a show that's going to have, like, here's a 3 episodes of just fighting and all this crazy, like, that's not this.
3. it could have even been like 1.5, and I would have taken that. I would have taken 1.5. And I'm saying that's weird because that's...
Alright, well, what the action that we did get, or are you saying it was, like, not... Like, the fight between Bell and Asshole Dude, I liked. There was some pretty good maneuvers in there, and it was pretty... The fire in the beginning with the elf girl was pretty cool. The gravity sword... Like, the fights that were there were still good. I just feel like you're just upset because there wasn't more, which is just...
It was just... for me, it just feels... I'm sorry. It's just, I've been watching a lot of, like, action stuff lately, so watching Danmachi, to me, like, it was just fine, a little bit, like... It was just very on, like, the average side. And if you are saying that this anime is not known for its action, known for its... more for its characters and world building, and you make an episode that's all about the action, and
it wasn't all about the action though. It was about the fact that this guy overcame. Hestia had her big moment when she's like, "Fuck you! I'm kicking you out of this area, and I'm taking your house and everything you own." Like there was plenty of yes, but there was still a lot of badass minutes, or still a lot of badass moments in the episode. Like the episode itself had action, but it wasn't an action show. It's not an action show. Anime. It's not. Oh my god! It's a category of action. All right, just like how I would say there's shows that have action, but then there's shows that are action shows where they're just like, this show is just action, and we're not going to pay as much mind.
I get what you mean. Yes, this is not the Naruto's or the JoJo's.
Yeah, this is not JoJo. This is not like, here's all this fighting and all our effort and money and the budget's gonna go into how great the fights are and all the fighting is super awesome. This is kind of in a way like Tuaru was. Like Tuaru's fight scenes weren't necessarily great either. They're just bleh compared to things like JoJo or Fire Force or Unlimited Blade Works.
Yeah, but at least
the main driving force is the characters in the world.
But at least, first of all, I actually would prefer to watch 2-hour fights over this only because those fight scenes are very like distinct. Like you can't. They're not like they really are very weird in their own ways. Like
yeah, they're different, but I still wouldn't say that they're like. It's still not an action show. It's not like the action is the selling point of the show.
But because they're so different and a lot of different stuff happens, I don't know, that I can be like, oh, their fight scenes as weird and what the fuck, I don't know what's going on, they are. As long as I don't care too much about that, they're fun and enjoyable for me to watch.
I think it all boils down to what you want from the show. Like if you don't like the characters or the actual drama of the show or whatever, you're never gonna be satisfied with the show, because this show is literally the characters and the world, and then the action is the backdrop.
I'm aware of that, and that's why I'm saying why it probably wasn't too great on this episode, because what you're saying highlights this episode. It's saying, yeah, we're not super keen about the action, we like more about the world building,
and there was a lot of great character moments. It was badass to see Bell overcome his enemy. It was badass to see Hestia be like all, quiet in the beginning, and then when she got the whole Lily turnover, she's like, fuck it, we won, and get all bodacious and happy about it. Like it wasn't just fighting in this episode. It was the characters' interactions as well. Lily being useful was really cool.
I mean, that's cool. Well, okay, that's fine. But then to me, that's just like half of that episode is great, and the other half was like meh.
I don't know.
But I'll agree. I'll give you that.
I feel like your argument against this episode is going to be your argument against this whole show. This is This is a whatchamacallit all over again. Fuck, what was that show? High School DxD. Where you're gonna cling on to one thing and be nitpicky about it, and be like, this is not good because there's not enough action. It's not good enough. Like this is. I will give you this. This is gonna be the highlight of the action. I don't think it's gonna be any more actiony than this episode was.
And that's fine. I'm not specifically going my way to look for action. I'm just saying if you're going to have an episode with lots of action, and if I say it looks kind of generic and you're putting a lot of that generic action in it, then I feel like that's a That's an honest critique to make of it. Like, you made this episode very action based, and I just didn't satisfy me.
I don't know. I don't think like the focus of this episode was the action though. I think it was.
But even though there's a ton of it, though.
Because you're like, but there's action without context is different from action with context. Like, if you're looking for, I'd rather have generic action like this than the most well spectacled fight that doesn't mean shit about characters I don't care about. You know what I mean? Like, this fight, the fights in this episode mattered to me because I like the characters. So yes, it wasn't explosive action-y like a Hollywood movie, but because I care so much about the characters and what they're going through and the drama of the show and the circumstances around this fight and like the stakes, it mattered. Like, I don't care about the individual action scenes. I care more about the narrative that the action was like facilitating. It wasn't just the action itself.
But also, and speaking of the characters, another thing that also like kind of that I guess I'm being nitpicky about is I really did not. I still not cool with the whole Bell. Like, I was getting my ass beat by you 1 second, and then I went through some training montages that, in my opinion, wasn't like. I didn't think that justified, like, him going from regular to Super Saiyan 1 and just totally just fucking this dude up. Like, as we said, he literally...
He got him by surprise. Like, he wasn't really fucking him up. It's not like he went Super Saiyan 5. He just caught this guy off guard. They were all like, what the fuck is going on? He took advantage. He took advantage.
He broke his fucking sword.
Yes, because he took him by surprise. He literally went through training, got much better, took him by surprise, started beating the shit out of him, and then the moment that he got stopped and the other guy was able to like catch his bearings, he came back and was like, oh, now I'm gonna fuck you up. Like, if you and I fought, and let's say let's use somebody else, me and some dude at the gym who's a boxer fight each other, and clearly he beats the shit out of me, but then I go to another gym and train for like a week, and then while the dude is like, I don't know, pissing in the urinal, and I jump up behind him and knock him in the back of his head, that count. Like, that's okay, gonna land.
And then when
he recovers, he's gonna turn around and kick my ass, which is what the guy did to Bell.
Your analogy fails because you forget that there's another person. So imagine all of that happening, and then his buddy comes up, and because
the only reason that Bell was stopped, the only reason he stopped fighting is because Bell was literally hitting the guy constantly. He couldn't stop Bell from hitting him. So once Crazy Vision Girl. Once Vision Girl shows up and restrains them, then yes, the other guy has a chance to be like, oh, okay, here, let me use my attack. That can OHKO Bell, and the only reason Bell didn't die from that attack is because he had a protective charm on him. I think it was fair. Like, it's not like Bell showed up and like deflected all his attacks and just like one-shot him like One Punch Man or something. Like, it was an evenly fought match.
All right. I mean, well, I wouldn't say it's evenly fought.
And Bell literally only won because of...
Now when you have outside intervention, I won't say it was evenly fought.
But sorry, the only reason Bell won, and the only reason...
Literally, if she did not show up.
And it would have been because Bell trained and took the element of surprise.
Okay.
But... anyway, I really like this episode. I think it was well done. I don't think like I said, if you're gonna critique and nitpick the action, you're gonna be critiquing and nitpicking every single episode of this show going forward. I'm just telling you that right now, because it's not actiony. It's very generic. It's a very generic action. Like the focus of the action is very generic. They're just gonna be shooting magic at each other and doing very basic sword moves.
I don't know. I take back what I said about I think everything was kind of generic-y except for Makoto's gravity spell. That was really cool. I like that. That was nice.
Yes. Speaking of action, now let's move on to action without substance. Fire Force, episode 4.
Wow.
Just saying.
I would say maybe less substance, and also you're comparing 4 episodes to a season 2. Like,
I'm
that's
just
a little
saying.
unfair. That's a little unfair.
I'm just saying. One has characters I care more about than the others, and circumstances I care more about than the others.
Of course you do, because you saw all season 1.
All right. And I still cared more about these characters through 4 episodes.
But that makes sense that you care more about them.
And I'm saying from season 1. Like, I liked Hestia more after 4 episodes of season 1 of Danmachi than I like anyone in Fire Force.
Well, that makes sense, because...
I feel like you not watching season 1 overall is hurting your appreciation of the show.
It's... I guess so, but I would say it makes me more objective as well.
No, it doesn't, because you're being super nitpicky about it. Because the whole point of the show is the characters drive the show. So if you have no connection to any of the characters, you're going to be like, well, the action wasn't good, so bad.
Wait, are you arguing that because I'm not as biased as you?
No, I'm arguing because you didn't see the first season and don't know anything about the context of the characters of the show that you're not going to care about. Like, if you pick up a show that's a drama halfway through and you're like, I don't care about any of these characters.
I am very sorry that I took Danmachi literally at extreme, like, face value. Like, but that's kind of how I would take most I'm literally just giving it the general treatment I would give it to most shows. And I think because you love it so much and you know what it's all about,
I just don't like Danmachi getting, like, it's a way better show than people give it credit for, so yes, I do get defensive about Danmachi.
Yeah, oh, you think?
Because it's a good show! It's a really good show, and people always shit on it.
I'm not... Listen,
watch Danmachi.
All I'm doing is giving my general opinions. There's no malice or anything. I'm just literally saying how I feel.
Now let's talk about Fire Force's great action.
For
real though, I did like this episode.
No, this is a good episode. I did actually just enjoy this episode. It was a very... This one was really good because they introduced like a really awesome like antagonist, Miss Princess Hibana of Company 5 Captain. Yeah, and she's a total bitch and she's stepping on dudes like Carmilla, and I'm here for it.
She is also extremely hot, so I will gladly be stepped on her. I'm totally... If I were to join any of these 70s, I'm joining Company 5. Sorry. Sorry, Company 8.
Well, I don't like people stepping on me, so...
But I do like that this mystery of what's... It does feel very much like I don't know, it just feels like I'm watching Bleach. Like, this whole episode felt like Bleach to me. Because this whole mystery keeps unraveling, and I'm like, oh, there's so many different, like, factions, and there's, like, faction captains, and, like, oh, this feels like Bleach.
But is that a bad thing at this point?
No, because at this point it feels like the good part of Bleach.
Exactly. Yeah, the serial killer being turned into an infernal, that was... I think that was a good direction to take this show. But then it was all like, oh, I have a personality now. Everyone's like, the fuck?
I also really like... I'm starting to really like Arthur, the rival, because he's just so stupid and silly. Yeah, like he's not traditional rival. He's like the opposite. He's like the anti-Sasuke, where he's just too stupid. You can't take him seriously.
Yeah, I know. My favorite character is still very much Best Girl. I literally forgot her name. I just call her Best Girl.
Maki?
Yes.
Yes, Maki's great. She lies about
She lies about sending them so they wandered off. She's like, I'm so sorry. I just didn't want to get in trouble.
I like that it never gets back to that lie, too. It's just, that was a lie that she told and never got caught.
Yep. Good. You know what? Poor Maki should... You know... You should give her some leniency because, you know, she's Maki.
The other girl really doesn't get any screen time, the nun.
The priest?
Yeah.
I mean, the nun, sorry. Except for at one time where she's looking at a picture of a bunch of nuns, so I assume we're all dead.
Probably.
Yeah, they're like...
Can't wait to get her backstory for 5 episodes in a row.
Eerie, ominous music, so one can only assume that all her nun friends are dead. I'm still so mad that, like, I also like this episode definitely sets, like, more world building this episode. Like, it definitely go into the fact that like people don't like the firefighters because they're like basically power. They're like police, but like 3 times worse. They're like police with power,
right?
And they throw it around.
I like that we had more. The mascots came into play, and the mascot scene had like this really serious tone to it. I'm like, what's going on? Is this going to be a serious moment?
Yeah. But yeah, I'm so crazy that they were just like, oh yeah, ever since that serial killer firefighter, I'm just like, serial killer what now?
Just went around using his firefighter authority to kill people. I'm just like imagining people running out of a fire and he just like stabs them or something. Like, oh, okay.
Or just lights them on fire and being like, oops.
Mm-hmm.
like, that's terrifying. Oh my god, I love this scene where he's like, where OP broken main character is like flying on his like jets or whatever, and which one calls it? Arthur hops back on him. He's like, "Hiyo, Silver."
Exactly, and that was the moment I was like, "I love Arthur."
I was like, "Wow, I love that."
But yeah, my favorite part is definitely when Hibana shows up and she has like this weird ability. So.
Oh yeah, and like the whole beef between like the 2 companies. Ooh.
I got some serious like death flags for the captain too. Like I feel like he's gonna die. Obi.
Oh yeah, oh definitely. He's giving me some.
Because he was very like naive about that whole exchange. I feel like I'm like, oh no, this is Thor's all over again. He's gonna turn around and get shot with a bunch of arrows.
He's gonna figure out the secret in some weird way. Like, oh, I know the secret, but it's okay. I should be fine. And then he just gets murdered, like burnt to death. Of course, because he can't get shot or stabbed or anything. I hope when he dies, it's not from being burned. I hope it's like just from like a normal, like someone just shot him.
It's gonna be extremely ironic. He's gonna drown. Obi, I hope you live.
Yeah, me too. You're not, because you're super cool and awesome and really hot.
Oh yeah, no, you're definitely dying. But still, if you do die, I hope we get more of Cat Girl and Nun Girl.
And Best Girl, which is Maki.
Yes. Alright. Shall we move on?
Yes, let us move on to Dumbell Nan-Kilo Moteru, episode 5. I enjoyed this episode.
Me too. It was really well done. I love the first part had like all these weird faces they were making. Like it went into like JoJo face territory for
yeah. Yeah. And the explanations I think they're getting better with, because it's either the explanations now are just either incredibly fan service-y or they're fan service-y, and plus they'll like do like a little nod to like them breaking the fourth wall or being meta.
Right.
Like that one time where oh god, what's his name again? It like starts with the M.
Machio?
Machio, yeah. Where Macho, oh my god, it's literally Macho, but put an I in there. Yeah. I hate myself. I hate myself and this anime. But when Machi was about to explain like how to do something like the second time, and then she's like, "Who are you pointing at?" Because you're pointing at like the screen.
Yeah. I think the episodes work, like the segments work, either when they have their own story, and the exercise is just kind of like a backdrop to it, which was most of this episode, or if it's like the first part of this episode where it's like, yes, they're going to the gym and exercising, but then they like be super meta about it and poke fun at themselves. So it has to be one of those two things. If it's just them just straight up doing an exercise and they're like, here's a very informative way to do this exercise, it becomes boring real quickly. But so far this episode is good.
I know. I don't think it was better than last week's, but I still enjoyed it. I was able to eat my breakfast and enjoy this.
It has the breakfast seal of approval.
Oh god.
No, I did like the race part though, where she drops the baton. She's like,
and then picks it up.
You couldn't have picked that up.
Yeah. She's in Nakami, which is like very much clearly winning. Even if they like, I think even if they did it hand in hand, I think Akemi was still winning.
Yeah, she is way faster.
Yeah, she's like stupid. It's fast. But yeah. This is a fun episode. I don't know. I don't have a lot to say about it.
Yeah, because there wasn't much that like happened.
Yeah.
The sauna scene was cute.
Oh my god, the sauna scene! Yeah. Oh my god, yeah. The teacher. The teacher is literally like, that's literally me at some point, or I'm like, oh my god, she kind of looks like she's actually dead, like inside. I'm like, that's me. Like, oh my god, I see myself in this episode. Great.
By the way, as someone who sweats profusely very easily just from like doing nothing, the idea of a sauna literally sounds. I would rather, I don't know, like.
I feel like I was in a sauna once or something similar.
That sounds literally like burning to death. I would never ever in my life want to walk into a sauna for longer than 10 seconds. I do not understand how saunas are a thing. They sound like literal torture.
I mean, did you not watch the episode? They told you all of the good benefits.
Oh, yeah. I just have to lock myself into a room that fucking kills me.
It doesn't kill you. It clears your pores. It helps with your blood circulation.
No thanks. I don't want to sweat to death. I think I will literally dehydrate in about 5 minutes.
I'm not trying to convince you to do it. I'm just like, because I'm also scared for your life.
Exactly.
I also think you might die. Like, I have to like check on you like every like 2 seconds. Like, are you dead yet? Are you dying yet?
I sit here just screaming, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't do this anymore. So yeah, saunas no bueno for me. If you enjoy saunas, do you? I would like not to sweat to death.
I agree.
Let us move onward towards El-Melloi, episode 5. The conclusion of the
God damn it, why'd I put 4?
lightning arc.
So after we find out that other woman who was trying to get the workshop dies, she goes like, I'm gonna help. And then, basically, the answers were fairies. Like,
who could have seen this coming? It was the fairies all along.
Which is like, on one hand, but on the other hand, like, is it bad that I kind of just want a show where it's like an episode where they kidnap like an actual like live living human perpetrator, as opposed to it was this guy and he died and it was spirit. It was also this guy who's also dead. So it was him and his workshop.
I will say I did like this episode, but most of the reason I liked it is because fucking Rhaenys was adorable for half this episode, where she was making little cute noises and stuff. But and also the action scene at the end was pretty nice with Rey.
Yeah, all the fighting at the end was cool. Like the guy with the fairy eyes was all like flipping everywhere and being all crazy, like looking like a Kingdom Hearts boss, like.
And also getting to see Cece fight was great too. I forgot he could actually fight.
And by fight you mean shoot stuff and throw grenades.
Also, side note, because I think A's pointed this out in the Midnight Channel when we were watching, but Rhaenys' voice actress is the same as Hestia's voice actress. So I just heard Hestia for this whole episode, because she was definitely like channeling Hestia's grunts and moans whenever she was like doing the pouty faces and stuff. Like if you rewatch it and just see the Rhaenys scenes and think of Hestia, you will clearly just hear Hestia's voice, which makes Rhaenys even better now.
I can definitely hear it.
So
that's nice. But I like at the end that this like the end of the episode, it shows like, I guess, the start of like a more overarching plot line where they're introduced to the character of Rail Zeppelin.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say, is that this first half of this season of El-Melloi, I'm pretty sure was all original, like it was anime original stuff. And now the Rail Zeppelin is actually going to be the adaptation part, where that's like the actual story from the books. And I think, so basically we've all just been watching filler for the past 5 episodes.
It started with filler.
It started with filler, and I definitely feel like that's what it felt like. You know? Like, all these mini arcs and episodes just feel like it was good, it was alright, but it doesn't feel weighty. It's not like substantial enough. So it felt really fillery.
And they're like, oh well, we're gonna stop with that. So if that's the case, I'm gonna be very excited.
Yeah, I'm really definitely feeling like this next arc, if they're assuming they go straight into Rail Zeppelin, is going to be the actual meat of the series. So it's only going to get better from here. And this whole first half was just like, la la la, we just need to waste time before we get to the main part of the series. So it does look like it's going to be a hell of a lot better. So I'm super hyped, especially because Luffy is going to be in it. So hype.
Okay, unless you have anything else to mention, shall we move on?
We shall move on.
Let's move on to Joushi Kousei no Mudazukai, episode 5.
New character. How do you feel about Lily?
Lily is just... I feel like Lily is just one of those characters that... I don't know, I like her. I like Lily. She's very odd.
I like, I kind of really I like her because she's kind of like subtly manipulative, like where she's just trying to get everyone on her side and stuff, and she's just like, I want to be the most popular, and I want all the girls to fawn over me, and she like subtly manipulates all the other characters in her little way, but then she ends up being the like the butt of the joke a lot of the time. So I don't know, I just feel like she's just so clumsy and awkward.
Yeah, she is, even though she's like ridiculously pretty. Her and like her going back and forth with Baka is just like, ugh. I love it. I love it. I could literally watch that all day.
There was a lot of good interactions with her and Baka, and there was like, I love that the whole episode focused on her, and like we saw all the other characters like through her eyes.
Yeah.
Like, I love the whole lowly interaction where, like, where the babies come from.
My god.
They slam their meat together.
They smash their meats together.
Smash their meats together.
I was just like, what the fuck? That was a collective what the fuck moment. Like, did you just say smash their meats together? Oh my god.
Like, can you make it less fucking visceral and gross?
like that. I had to pause it for a second. I was just like,
poor Loli. Hope just go home to her grandma and be like, Grandma, I heard something weird at school.
So when a guy and a woman love each other, they smash. What does it mean? They smash their meats together. Grandma just like dies from shock on the spot. Bars. But oh my god, I love when I love when she came in and she's like, oh my god, I like girls only and I hate men. And then he like does a roulette.
Yeah, all the kids are like, alright, where is this gonna land on? What's the deal here?
Like, where's she going with this? And then they're like, nope, she's weird.
Yeah. Oh, but my favorite part of the episode, I don't know if you saw it, was the after credits.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah, oh my god.
Why is the after credits always the best part of the episode?
This was particularly amazing.
Yeah.
He's literally trying to get her to pay attention and take this so seriously. And to certain... and to a point she actually is.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just like, humanities or science. And he's like, what do you want to do with your life? He's like, I want to ride a dragon into battle. And he's just like, what?
He's like, his glasses just start cracking over.
And after the back and forth, and he's just like, okay, fuck it. I guess you just call your parents. And she's like, oh, humanities.
Yeah, humanities, please.
Like, I feel like the glasses represented, like, his, like, patience. And
yeah.
Then, like, when they broke, that was just his breaking point.
Oh, the part where she's like, listen, I have to learn to choose between saving the world or saving my loved one. You're like, well, right now your choice is just humanities or science. He's
not tolerating it at all. He's just like, Jesus, can you please just be normal and pick one? Please stop making my job so stupid. God, I can only imagine. Like, I feel for him.
Yeah.
Because I could not do that.
Thank God I'm not a high school teacher. I could never. But I love how all the characters carry the show. Like, even when you think about it, because Robo and Woda didn't really have much screen time this episode.
I wouldn't say that.
Well, like, Robo had some.
Robo had some. Woda had almost none.
But Lily and Baka were the main parts of the episode.
Yeah.
So, like, I feel like this show can just juggle between the characters, like who's the main focus, and it'll still be enough to carry an episode and be extremely funny because the cast is just so crazy and unique and fun.
Yeah, literally, like, the recipe is focus on a character, throw in a decent amount of Baka in there, and let the others more or less have their thing. Put in the teacher there at some point, please.
Yes.
And then that's how it works. Oh my god, do you remember the one part where she accidentally touches a sensei? I actually forgot his name. I literally just call him Sensei.
Yeah. It just, like, breaks out.
It just breaks up. Do you catch when he literally just, like, breathes? Like, he literally says, like, such a breath. And I'm just like, oh, like, they tried to sneak that one in there, but I heard that, and that, it was like, they were so good at suddenly, like, implying that he's, like, such a creep.
Yeah, they do a great job of just all these little subtle references and jokes are just in the background and stuff. There was a few of them. It was like, even the background talk. Like, there was a part where I think it was focusing on Lily looking at what's her name, the
tomboy.
Yeah, I forget her name.
Yeah, me too.
But focusing on her, and like there was another instance where the teacher was like, Tanaka, why are you making that sound or whatever? And then Tanaka's like, oh, that's the sound of Woda thinking about boys having sex or something, like more BL stuff.
BL. He's like, BL. He was like, what's not about BL? And then they're back and forth. And she's like, oh my god, stop saying it. She's like, that's saying BL. Okay, I'll call it boy love. And he's like, don't call it boy love either.
Yeah, and it's like all happening in the background of just Lily contemplating her situation and everything. So just like a bunch of random details and stuff where I have to rewatch a scene multiple times to catch everything.
Did you remember the scene where like after Lily is like introduced and what's her face? The girl at the end. With blonde hair.
Yami? I forget her name.
Yamamoto.
Yeah,
I feel like you just said her name or I just mentioned it.
Yamamoto.
Yamamoto. She's also making like the same. She's like, oh, this girl's weird indeed. And then so they just open the door. He's like, why are you in a tree? And then it cuts to as he's talking. You see in the background like some dude from probably like a company was like reaching up with like that machine that goes up to like rescue her.
Oh, there's so many fucking weird comedic moments, but I did like Lily. She's a great character to add to this. She fits perfectly in this dynamic of weird characters.
Yeah, I agree. And they have like one more that they have to add, so I'm looking forward to her as well.
Great job. Great comedy this week. Like always from Joushi Kousei.
Yeah, I would say so. All right, let us move on to Carole Tuesday.
Yep, Carole and
Yes,
Tuesday. This was runner
episode.
up for my episode of the week.
Yeah, this is my episode of the week.
Mm-hmm.
This is my episode of the week. Literally just because of like Desmond, like
He was so
like
awesome.
Could you imagine how there's some anime that literally cannot fully develop a character in a whole series, and in this one anime, they literally flushed so much out of this one person
in an episode.
In one episode.
Mm-hmm.
Like
really great
incredible.
writing. I feel like he was great. And I kind of teared up at the end. I was kind of like, oh man, this actually hit me emotionally. I felt and I knew he was gonna die too. Like when they first introduced him, I'm like, oh man, watch him die at some point. Like I didn't think he was gonna die
at the end of the episode. Yeah.
Because they were like, oh, he's weak and all this stuff, and like, oh, watch him die. But no, they really did a great job of like giving his backstory and why he even does music and why he's secluded himself and all his like philosophy on life and everything.
Exactly, like literally everything.
And it helped that his music was actually really touching and soul heavy.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't a fan of his voice, but
no. But I did like the lyrics.
Yeah, okay. I'm not the only one. It sounded like that guy from the guy who was saying "You Got a Friend in Me."
Oh, Randy Newman.
Yeah, it sounded like him. But imagine Randy Newman singing the song, and that's exactly how I feel. But yeah, he just like they just go into everything, like the whole. Once again, Carole Tuesday. Not afraid to play like with like gender roles and shit. Like they really don't care.
Mm-hmm.
They really did not care. Like there was no box you could put Desmond in. Like I don't even. I mean, yes, I'm saying him just to make it convenient.
Mm-hmm.
But like, you know, he was very quite evidently he was gender fluid, and he was like, oh yeah, this radiation literally like fucked up my hormones, like, and I just kind of became a woman, but then I started accepting it, and that's just kind of the way I am now, and I'm just like, bruh. And then he started talking about how he felt like, oh, you know, I'm okay with dying because I'll just be added to like the collective soul of the universe and shit. Like, and I'm just like, bruh, he like this person has like you can tell like this person has like he feels and he's gone through shit. Like,
yeah, he went through it, and I love how it was like contrasted with the side story of Hillary Clinton. Yeah, Hillary Trump running on her platform and like, oh, we need to fucking kick all these refugees out and blah 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 blah.
Back to Earth.
Son, go back to Earth. Go back to your planet. So, and it's like in between her being just basically bigoty and stupid, you just have like all the other moments of Desmond being like, listen, we need to love each other and be part of the same soul collective and all this. I'm like, aw. It just made his message hit harder, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I just like for the first time in a while, I haven't met like a character who's just like I've looked at his character and I'm just like, oh, like you're special. Like you're special. Like not like, oh, you're special in this series. Like no, you're special as like a person, like in general.
Yeah. I will totally watch a prequel that stars Desmond and like goes into his story and shit. Like I totally watch that.
No, because then we have to watch his lover die, and then
I know, but it'd be sad, but still it'd be good.
Right? That'd be one of those episodes where it's just like we're gonna be sad all the time, but hey, we're committing because it's gonna be good. Yeah, this is definitely my episode of the week. It was just. It's so weird. I feel like I don't have a lot to say about it. It's like one of those things like like they just told it so well. I feel like I couldn't even do it justice. by like repeating it in my own way. I don't know. It just felt like just getting to know him felt like such a great experience for me.
I will say, my one gripe is that it kind of felt like nothing happened though, because nothing happened in terms of the plot with Carole Tuesday, and it was just like, this is a random episode for your enjoyment, which is fine, but
because
I would have liked to see more. Yeah, because I enjoyed it, but I hope next week we get just a bit more actual what the fuck is going on with Carole and Tuesday and their debut.
Yeah. I hope they keep reference Desmond. I hope he wasn't doing just like super awesome filter and then
like he just shows up, never comes up again.
Never talk about him again. Yeah, it was so good. It made me really happy.
Alright, let's talk about something that's not going to make us happy. Fruits Basket, episode 18. I'm just going to say it. I was not a fan of this episode.
I don't know. I feel like I kind of like the message, though.
The message was good. It just...
Really good message.
It had the same problem that Momiji episode had for me. It's just too heavy-handed. Like, there was not enough cute Kisa moments in between all this, like, bully PSA and suicide and your parents hate you because you transform into an animal.
Okay, there's no suicide this episode, thank God.
Thank God, yeah. Oh, the saving grace. No one killed themselves this episode.
Or attempted to.
Or attempted to. Well, that's how you know it's a lighthearted episode of Fruits Basket.
I mean, this is literally, I feel like this is like half of this is like half of the whole series what it's about.
Yeah,
like,
but
all the kids and their trauma because they're part of the Zodiac.
Yeah, and seeing how shitty people are and everyone is shitty and everyone... First off, can we be honest, like, who the fuck is making fun of Kisa? She's adorable and perfect, and your assholes are being like, I get kids are shitty people.
Yeah, middle schoolers are the worst. Like, what are you talking about?
But she's fucking cute and adorable. She would have at least a couple of, like, guys interested in her or friends or something. Like, there's no way she's the pretty girl, like, by far the prettiest girl in that class is the outcast. The nicest, cutest, sweetest person. I don't know. It feels a bit unrealistic there.
I wouldn't, like, I don't know, there was definitely some, I remember middle school, there were definitely some, like, people who even in their somewhat attractiveness, they were definitely, like, factions of people who did not like them.
Like, I get, no matter who you are, you're gonna get bullied. Like, she would get bullied because she has different hair color and stuff. But, like, I just feel like Fruits Basket goes this extra mile where it's like, everyone hates her. Her mom hates her. Her kids hate her. Teacher hates her. Like, oh my God. Can we...
Well, it's not that her mom... Well, first of all, her mom does not hate her.
Doesn't hate her. Oh,
her mom is...
by Fruits Basket standards... By Fruits Basket standards, she's the best mom there.
Okay, but, like, she's not a bad mom. Like, she just got to... She was just... What did she do? Did she beat her child? Did she...
Listen, like I said, that's a very low standard. If you're comparing her to the other, she didn't beat her child or sell her off. Like, so
she didn't verbally abuse her or...
But she's like neglectful, and she's like, "Oh my God, Kisa, please stop! Like, oh Kisa, stop making my life difficult by making me look after you and take care of you." And she's like clearly not paying attention to anything that's going on in her daughter's life. She just feels like very neglectful.
She doesn't know what's happening.
She's also just leaving. She's also just leaving Kisa at the Soma place. Like, all right, you deal with this, Toru.
I mean, it wasn't forever, obviously.
Well, that's our problem. Like, she's a mom. She should know what the fuck is going on with her kid. Like, investigate. Stop being fucking neglectful.
Okay. So, fun fact, everyone, and just shout out to you teenagers, especially, or the younger folk. You all know. I don't know. I guess maybe Oni's a little up there in age, but we all know
you are around this my time, age, so
we all know that around that age, parents don't know shit about their kids.
Okay, but there's a difference between not knowing like what your kid is doing, and like this woman was just like, did you not see her expression, her face? She's like, listen, Kisa.
She was tired.
She was tired and exhausted, but she just has to take care of Kisa. What is she tired and exhausted about?
It's not just taking care of Kisa. It's taking care of Soma and you know that's not easy.
It's
how's that easy for anyone? You see it
but
for
why? All right, but here's the thing: why is it not easy?
Because have you not met the snake dude?
I don't think he plays any role in. They didn't explicitly say he plays any role in making Kisa's mom's life hell.
I'm just saying, especially when you're an outsider. I'm sure. She could just be like, "Hey, Kisa, why did you run away? What's going on? Is something going on? Tell me what happened at school." Instead of being like, "Kisa, why are you making this difficult for me?" Of course, you're going to scold her. Like when you do something bad, you scold your child. But like that, I don't think that's. Like,
I don't think she really gave a shit about Kisa. She didn't seem to give a shit. Like she was just like, "Curry, stop making things difficult for me, Kisa." It didn't look like she was scolding her and then gonna turn around and be like, "Listen, Kisa, I love you. Come tell me what the problem is." It looked like she was just gonna be like, "Kisa, get the fuck in the car, we're going home, and stop making trouble for everybody."
Well, I feel like I don't think this was an isolated incident. I would say I feel like stuff like this happened, and I think the mom just was getting tired because I don't know. I feel like it's exhausting when you see a problem happening and you don't know what to do because...
All right, well, if your kid is literally getting bullied by everyone in the school and is
but how is she supposed to know?
Maybe you should ask her or investigate.
Hey, what's going on? Oh wait, that's what? You're not talking. Cool.
I like how you're just like making it seem like the mother did all this work to like try to get to the... She clearly did nothing. The mother did absolutely fucking nothing to figure any of this out. And you're just like standing for this mother so hard.
Because I think she did the best that she could.
There was nothing that showed she did any fucking thing. The best she could do by what? Soma standards, which is not throw her daughter in the middle of a highway because all the other Soma parents are literal actual garbage people.
I think you literally just saw her in the scope of like literally 5 minutes and then which paints her as being like, "Oh God, this daughter." Blah.
Yes, and that's all I saw, and that's all I'm going to judge her on because we did not see anything else. We did not see her and Kisa like getting along or being like, "I love you."
But you saw her check up on her kid and
check up. Just give her fucking eggs, whatever. Fucking Toru, just take care of my kid. I need to go to sleep for 20 hours and not take care of her for once. She just looks like a really shitty, not carry. I don't want to be responsible for this kid kind of parent. Like everything about her attitude just exuded. Kisa is a strain on my existence.
I liked when Toru was with Kisa. I thought they were very adorable.
They were, but that was like 2 minutes of an 18-minute episode where everything else was about suffering and bullying and pain and. I don't know.
Well, it wasn't really all about... Well, it wasn't just about... It was about Kisa, but it was very much about Yuki. Because, like, Yuki is just, like... I also had to, like, try to stand up for myself, basically. And face, like, my traumas and whatever happened to me in the past.
I just feel like it's way too heavy-handed. Like, I wouldn't mind... Like, I know it's going to be a serious show with drama
like,
and stuff, but...
No, these episodes are necessary. Like,
it is, but you can definitely, like, make it more evenly... paced, like put more of the lighthearted comedy in it and less of the I'm gonna kill myself drama.
Like I said, I've always said, you're just not well equipped for drama stuff. So
because this is too much drama all at once. It doesn't flow. It doesn't flow well with the comedy because you still gotta remember this show is still a comedy and is still lighthearted. So when you have like all this drama and then like here's 2 seconds of Kisa being really cute and adorable. Okay, back to all this drama. Like you gotta pace it out better.
But you know there's
what's really good at pacing out drama and comedy? Clannad. Like Clannad, you can go from being laughing your ass off to crying into a paper towel in about 5 minutes flat, and it still feels organic. This just kind of feels like, quick, throw Kisa in there for 2 minutes to be cute. All right, back to drama.
I feel like one episode of it isn't going to kill you.
But we know the next episode is going to be another Zodiac kid who's going to be like, oh, he gets beaten by his parents every day, and especially compared to what we just got with her friend. Like that was a really well done backstory. Like, that's a good amount of drama and lightheartedness. Because it wasn't like the whole episode is just her friend is getting killed and beaten and neglected.
I guess I understand what it is you want. I personally was fine with it for one episode. Like, yes, if it's, I feel like if it trails on, then yeah, maybe I'll be like, you're laying it on too thick, just a little bit much. But for one episode, it's fine.
No, but I feel cheated out of cute Kisa moments.
Okay, well, I don't know. You can, I don't know, go read some Kisa dojins if you feel so bad about it.
Like those exist.
I don't know. Y'all are gross out here. Nothing is sacred to you guys. I remember I was watching something. Oh yeah, no, I was watching Joushi Kousei, and I was like looking at Lolly. I'm like, oh, she's so cute and she must be protected. And I got mad because I'm like, I know there are dojins on her at this point, and it makes me very upset at the thought of it.
Probably.
Definitely.
But in any case, guys, if you enjoyed this podcast, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe so you can catch up all our weekly podcasts. Also, if you haven't already, do make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, and join the party over our Discord. You can also go that extra mile and donate to us on Patreon like all these lovely patrons on screen right now. Drew, do you have anything you'd like to add?
Have a good day wherever you are, and try not to. And I hope you get to smash someone's meat soon.
Yep, let's all smash some meats. This has been Soberoni and
Dooby Doo.
We'll catch you guys next week. Later.
Bye.